Hey, and welcome back to the Doc J Show. I really hate that name. Oh well. Now, doing a news video when the news cycle is the same damn subject. Not the most exciting or the most entertaining, but I will do my best. And thank you for tuning in. Before I get started, I'd like to say thank you to all my new subs. I've gained 250 subs in the last 3 weeks. I'm flabbergasted. Seriously, welcome all new subs, and thank you for joining. Earlier this week, I made a video, a very personal video. It was not easy to make, but the overwhelming warmth and love that I got, it was unexpected, and it truly means a lot. You guys made something that was difficult and nerve-wracking into a beautiful and positive experience. I can't thank you enough. I love you guys. So probably my favorite thing about doing these news videos is I start off with featuring a channel that I'm enjoying myself, something that I watch. Not always the biggest channels, but it's always something that I actively watch. I really do hope that you guys are checking some of these out and subscribe. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And today's video is no different. Although the channel I'm featuring is a little different than I have previously. Now, this is a horror channel. I know I say that word funky. Horror channel. This is a very talented young lady who does narrations. I do some myself. The last channel on this is Stuff I Dig. A Shot of Bourbon with a Nightmare Chaser. That's my horror channel. Granted, I haven't updated in a bit. But if you like horror, you have to check out this channel. This channel is Lady Spookaria. Spookaria. Actually, I like that one. Sorry, I know I'm butchering your name. Please reach out and correct me. Sorry. Now, she has a fantastic voice, and she uses music perfectly in her videos. Not the same 5 damn songs that every narrator seems to use. But, you know, don't just take my word for it. Let's jump in the middle of an episode. This is one of her long-running series, Mannequin.
I don't know whether it was just me or too many people, or maybe they just didn't want me to.
Now, the really awesome thing is, one, you gotta love the accent. But she's not just reading words on a page. There's some intonation, there's some inflection. You really get an emotional vibe from what she's reading. But check out the channel. If you're driving or doing housework, it's great to listen to. Great vibe, great channel. Okay, so the entire news cycle is all about this one particular thing. And it's annoying and it's frustrating, and I'm already burnt out on it. But it would be unfair of me to not at least address the topic. But there's really nothing I can add to the conversation. So, naturally, the smartest thing I can do is let a celebrity do my talking for me.
Well, thank you, Prime Minister Trudeau. We need to work together to flatten the curve and fight off COVID-19. I think in times of crisis, I think we all know that it's the celebrities that we count on most. They're the ones who are going to get us through this. Right after healthcare workers, of course, first responders, people who work in essential services, ping pong players, mannequins. They're great. Childhood imaginary friends. Sure. Like 400 other types of people. Look, stay at home, practice social distancing, wash your hands. We are going to get through this thing. We're going to get through this thing together. And I'd like to nominate these three great Canadians to spread the word. Mr. Stephen Page, Constable Terry Reynolds of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and Mr. Seth Rogen of the Point Grey Rogans.
So there you have it, folks. Yes, there's a bug. Yes, we're going to be okay. But what's most important is, I know you guys are wondering, what is this? Well, seeing as people are comparing this pandemic to World War II, I am wearing a quote from the great Winston Churchill. And that quote is, I'm a bad influence, but damn, I'm fun. It is sad news, but Kenny Rogers has passed away. He passed away in Georgia in his 80s of natural causes. Now, the first thing most people ask is, was it coronavirus? No. It was natural causes, as far as we know. He had no corona symptoms. Now, a lot of people know him from country music. He was extremely successful when it came to country music. His song, The Gambler, and of all of his music, my personal favorite of his was Coward of the County. Great song. But I'm not a country music fan. And I know a lot of you out there aren't. He was more than just country music. He was an actor who did the Blade movies, the really Marvel's first movies. Also, the first major comic book movie that was rated R. The first major comic book movie that had a black lead actor. A lot of firsts. I know the third movie was garbage, but the first two were great. And his first band was a good rock band called First Edition. Now, a lot of people know one of their songs because of The Big Lebowski. Just dropped in. Here, let's play a clip from it. This will get you demonetized.
I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
Great song. Kenny Rogers was a multi-talented and a lovely person by all accounts. And he narrated the book on How I Met Your Mother, the one they were listening to on the road trip. Mr. Rogers, sir, Godspeed. Alright, so this next story is a lot less depressing. It is about a major musical act canceling or postponing their tour. But it's not because of the beer bug, or the kung flu, or whatever people are calling the coronavirus now. Metallica. Metallica is postponing things because their lead singer, James Hetfield, is in rehab. Now, if you look through my video library, you will see I made a driving video about being a rock star. By that, I mean I was a professional musician and unprofessional musician at various times in my life. And I have seen an awful lot of musical acts. Among the worst, the biggest disappointment was Metallica. I saw them in 2001, 2002. They didn't really have an opening act. They used some local band that was garbage. And they only played 45 minutes, and they did not play the song One. But they did play I Disappear twice. Their Mission Impossible song. It was the second or third to last song that Jason Newsted played with the band. I paid a lot of money for that concert, $75 back then, and I was devastated with how badly it went. Now, if you are a Metallica fan, go see Megadeth. I've seen them 4 times. 3 times it was perfect. Once it was only good. They have this ability to measure the energy of the crowd. They will build up and build up and build up until the mosh pit is raging and people are just, and then they throw out a Tout le monde. Then they build it up again. Then they throw out Needles and Pins. Great show. Check them out. And I know concerts are a thing right now. They're not happening. I know this because I have Ozzy tickets that are worthless. They already sent out the refund. Now, this would be my 3rd time seeing Ozzy in concert. First time, I don't know if it was a good show or not. It was Ozfest, I think 03, maybe 04, I don't know. I don't remember the year or the concert. I do have a funny little scar from the concert, but I'm not sure if that was from the show or the arrest afterwards, or in the middle of it. I actually don't even know if I made it to see Ozzy. But I saw him a 2nd time, and great show. But this concert was going to be special because I was going to take my young, fantastic nephew to the show. It's going to be great. Yeah. Anyways, I really hope James Hetfield recovers. And I hope they're able to go back out on tour. But I will never spend a penny on another Metallica concert. Ever. Alright, so this news story, I know a little something about. Now, local news says 12 inmates or less have escaped from the Yakima jail. National news says 20 or more. The key word here is news. Who do you trust? Now, what I can gather is a bunch of people broke out of jail in Yakima. Now, I have a lot of experience in Yakima. Yakima Training Center. Anyone that's ever been stationed at Fort Lewis, they know. YTC. is a barren wasteland full of training and pain. YTC actually makes you miss Fort Irwin because NTC is so much nicer. So, I'm not going to debate how many people escaped, but if they choose to wander through the vast nothingness of Yakima Training Center, the authorities will never find them. But on the plus side, if they choose to venture into YTC, they will turn themselves in. Because in my experience, jail is so much better. And I spent three days in jail in Mexico.